Hello and good morning everyone. I just recorded I think few days back a video on Rahu and where I said that Rahu moving in Shatabisha will lead to drastic results. You can check that video on the timeline and see in the next 2 days there was a series of mishaps all over the world. Fire in a Hong Kong building, some volcano erupted somewhere leading to air pollution. Rahu is also responsible for air pollution by the way. See, Rahu has entered Shatabisha. Besides some controversy about the delayed marriage of a cricketer, so, so naturally the Rahu transit in Shatabisha has not worked for these people. While I'll make a video on the transit effects of Rahu on various ascendants or maybe moon signs. See, because what happens, there is a lot of discrepancy, or there are a lot of two ways about that, how astrologers see the transit. Most of us, or the classic Vedic literature, talks about seeing transits from moon sign, say from nakshatra and moon sign. And nowadays, a lot of astrologers have started putting transit from the ascendant or the lagna, how it affects your physical body. Whereas the transit effects are magnified. This includes the Saturn transit. And of course the Rahu transit, like Sade Sati, Ashtam Sati. Everything is generally seen from the moon sign. So I'm not very sure, whether to make it from the Lagna. Probably I'll make it from the moon sign and the nakshatras only, because I that has 80% of the effect. And we should always subscribe in life to the 80-20 rule. Like 80% of the happenings in a life happen from 20% of the things. Unfortunately, on YouTube, most of the videos we see are all about how 80% of the efforts, which will not lead you anywhere because they will only lead to 20% of your life. And life is not supposed to be perfect. 20% of your life will always be in a mess. Perfection is a very bookish thing. There's nothing called as perfect. There's no fully Vastu perfect house. There's no fully astrology protected chart. Nobody can take you to 100%. You're lucky if you reach 80%. If you reach 80% of your potential, you're very, very lucky. Okay. So people say that I want something 100% perfect. They're just lying to themselves. See, Rahu is an alien, is a lie. Rahu is the shadow of desire. But that doesn't mean Rahu likes you lying. It's like the devil or the Satan who says, be honest to yourself. If you're not honest to yourself, if you are not direct, if you're not straight, not literally, but like if you're not straight in your talk, Rahu is going to convolute you more and more. They say now how it's called moving in circles. It is going to make you move in circles. And your mind or your brain will reach somewhere where you will also not realize about this effect of Rahu. It affects your mind first. So see, there are 3 planets which can help you in improving your Rahu. One of them is Mercury. Mercury is the conscious mind basically, and of course controls a part of Rahu. The more your conscious mind or logical mind is developed, where you realize this is black, this is white, this is grey, and say you generalize every generalize means basically you start writing a journal or you start writing a diary or you start noting things. The more your conscious mind develops, and really it helps in countering the malefic effects of Rahu. So hence Mercury goes a long way in helping you have a good Rahu. See, basically your logical mind is good, then only you'll not break the rules, because it's not about, see, ethics is also a matter of logic. Like, I was having an interesting discussion about someone from the south. The gentleman told me, I said, in your astrology, you all take only nakshatra astrology, and nakshatra is hugely related to the moon. So I said, why? I mean, the moon is not that powerful that it can affect your life in every way. There are other planets also. He said, no. Is the man not everything? I said, no. If the man is everything, that does it mean that whatever you feel like you'll end up doing? You feel like going and beating someone, you'll beat someone, or maybe even more drastic actions. There has to be a counter. So you know who the counter is? That counter is Mercury, the logical mind. The mind who tells you that it is not in your interest. The conscious mind which tells you it's not in your interest to do a certain thing because it will lead to bad results. If you break the law, you'll go to jail. There's no escaping the fact. If you break the law, there'll be a penalty. If you think like you can control certain outcomes in your life, then Mercury will tell, the logical mind will tell you, no, it's a lot of things are beyond your control. Remember that prayer? Oh God, give me the courage to control the things I can, and also have the acceptance to accept the things which I can't control or which are beyond my control. I've said it in some other words, but fair enough. I think the basic sar of the prayer is the same. So that is what Mercury is. Mercury is logic. Improve your logic, improve your conscious mind. Moon is, I think Moon is an overrated planet in astrology. What is Moon? A planet who is himself in the shadow for 15 days? If Moon is so good, then why did Moon get cursed? Your Mun is your biggest enemy. Moon is not a great planet. Moon is saying basically you do whatever you want, you feel whatever you feel like doing, and there won't be any consequences. No, absolutely wrong. So people with a strong moon tend to do things for their self-benefit, and they antagonize Rahu. Rahu, of course, has an enmity with moon, besides sun, of course. With moon went and compared to Lord Vishnu. But tell me something. If Rahu was unnecessary, then why did Lord Vishnu not kill him then and there itself? Lord Vishnu is God. He can do whatever he pleases, yeah. For him to eliminate an asura, even if a king or a powerful asura, is no big deal. No, the overall Lord Vishnu, why did he keep him? He kept Rahu for a reason, because he knew that you need a counter. You need a counter. You need a counter to the sun. You need a counter to the moon. Otherwise, the ruler will keep on ruling without thinking about the consequences, and it will turn into an autocracy. And people will say, I will do it because I feel like doing it. What is it? I feel like doing it. I feel like not going to office today. I feel like not going to school today. I feel like not. Your subordinate will tell you, I don't feel like doing my work today. Rahu is that counter. Rahu likes discipline. Rahu likes effort. Just like Saturn. Saturn also has an enmity. Why the planet of karma has enmity with moon otherwise? Why Saturn is not very fond of moon? Why? Moon is an overrated planet. I don't want to say more than this, but I think moon is a planet which is actually despised by these shadow and karmic planets. Ketu, when it sits with the moon, Ketu puts an eclipse on the moon. What is Ketu? Ketu is your intention. Ketu is a great planet. The better your intention, the better your Ketu is, the better your brand is. What is Ketu? Ketu is the dog, those pets you keep at home. Have you seen a dog's intention? It's so pure. That is what Ketu is. Coming back to Rahu. See, Rahu is actually everywhere around us. Rahu is AI. Rahu is your mobile. Rahu is your laptop. Rahu is the communication. Rahu is the diplomatic communication which you go around doing. The communication which a diplomat has, where he can tell a person on his face to get out or get off without ruffling feathers. Rahu, there is no better control on the verbal language than what a Rahu has. So be very careful about what you speak, because Rahu doesn't like negative talk. Rahu likes talk. Rahu doesn't like behind the back talk. Just to give you an example, suppose you're bitching about someone. You're bitching about someone behind their back, and their Rahu is in the third house. Boss, you have had it. You have had it. I've explained this in my book, Rahu, the Shadow of Desire. You can You can look at it in Amazon or Flipkart or wherever. In See it and basically try and understand because Rahu is going to make a big impact on our lives in the coming days, in the coming months, and in the coming future, in the age of Aquarius. You cannot escape Rahu. I think that's all I have to say. And this is just an intermediate video. I'll make a video again on the effects of Rahu.